Information Station 1370 WOCA.
Five minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is in the studio. Good morning, Hank.
Hey guys, good morning. It's great. It's gonna be nice, hot today, hot tomorrow, and then some rain Friday night, Saturday. Outstanding. Looking forward to that. Listen, I think he has somebody on the line already.
Yes, sir. Brian Studoff is on. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
I'm good, Larry. How's my friends there at WOCA?
I'm not Larry. I'm the handsome guy.
Oh,
We're both here. We're both here.
Yeah. Larry's the other side of the family we don't talk about very much. Hey, Brian, unfortunately, I know you got the casualty. By the way, I got the copy of the letter you sent. I didn't bring it with me today, but yeah, it's a nice letter you're sending out to condolences to the other fire departments. That's outstanding.
Well, thanks. And that idea came from you guys. We really appreciated the suggestion, and we do that on a regular basis now, and it's a nice way to recognize.
Yeah. Well, you know, and again, you like us with the military. You look forward to those days you don't have to send that stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of weeks that doesn't occur.
Yeah, and I understand that thing in Texas has killed some firemen as well, probably. So,
yeah, I don't have all the specifics.
no, neither do we, but it's coming in, and they think some first responders might be part of the victims there. So, in any case, go ahead if you got some cash.
Yeah, I've got two for this week. The first is a lieutenant by the name of James Clark, age 56, 29 years of service, died on April the 11th. He was with the Bedford Fire Department located in Bedford, New Hampshire, and he died of a medical emergency. It's still being investigated, so we don't have the cause of the medical emergency, but I suspect probably heart-related. The second is Lawrence Stone, firefighter, age 37, had 4 years of fire service, died on April the 13th with the West Union Community Fire Protection District, located in West Union, Illinois, and he died of injuries sustained in a vehicle accident while responding to an emergency. And he becomes the 19th firefighter fatality this year that's been reported.
Yeah, it's too many. Listen, do you ever hear back from any of those fire departments, just acknowledgement that you send them?
Yeah, it's actually interesting you said that. Just not long ago, I'd say 2 weeks ago, I got a response back from one of the fire departments just thanking us for our condolence and recognizing that we had sent them a letter. So that was pretty neat.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to strengthen the brotherhood and all of that. But you know what? Sometimes that's all you can do is let them know you're grieving with them. That's what else can you do, right?
You know, there's probably nothing more difficult in the fire service than to learn of a death, and just to share that brotherhood. You're right, with another agency is I think is a tremendous effort.
Yeah. Well, again, I appreciate you guys doing that. Really proud of you doing it.
Well, I'm proud of your suggestion. It's happening because of you guys.
Okay. Have a good one, Brian. Stay safe, my friend.
All right, you too. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll talk with you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
And the Marion County Sheriff's Office on the other line. I hope I did the right thing there. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, everybody. It's Terry Bavard.
Hey, Terry. Yeah, Larry tried to cut you off.
I noticed that. I almost missed the call.
He drives a Suzuki,
Yeah.
brown in color.
All I need is the tag number. That's it. So, we can get all the rest of the information.
There you go. I know you got casualty.
Yes, sir, we do. We'll start with ours. We have two, unfortunately. The first one is Police Officer Donald Bishop. Donald was with the Brookfield Police Department out of Wisconsin. His end of watch was April the 12th of 2013. Donald suffered a fatal heart attack while responding to a burglary call. He was 32 years of age and been on the force for only 2 years. The second we have is Assistant Warden Peggy Sylvester. Peggy was with the Opelousas Police Department in Louisiana, and her end of watch was April the 14th. She was 50 years old, and she was killed during an auto accident while responding to work. So that's the only two that we have. And just to follow up on what you asked, the fire department, we do receive letters back, it is one big brotherhood, and it's unfortunate that both of us have to call in.
Yeah,
So,
it is, but again, I think it strengthens the bond. And listen, sometimes they pass it. I know they pass it on to the families.
they do.
So
Yeah.
the families. Listen, what else can you tell them other than look? There are people across the country grieving with you, right?
That's it.
Hey, be safe, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and we have some military killed in action as well.
Unfortunately. Starting out with Army casualties, Department of Defense announced on April 9th in the Afghan area, two persons were killed. First attack, reconnaissance battalion, 104th Aviation Regiment, 28th Combat Aviation Brigade, 28th Infantry Division, Fort Indian Town Gap, Pennsylvania. They were killed with Chief Warrant Officer Matthew P. Ruffner, 34 of Telford, Pennsylvania, and Chief Warrant Officer Jarrett M. Yoder, 26 of Mohan, Pennsylvania. Also, to acknowledge that another person has been identified from the Korean War. He's been brought back and has been interned at the Arlington National Cemetery. Is got this thing messed up here. Army Lieutenant Colonel Don C. Fate Jr. of Washington, Indiana, buried on April 17th at Arlington. He's World War II and Korean War. In late 50, he was on the Chosin Reservoir in North Korea, fighting from November 27th to December 1st, and was killed in action. They have identified his body and have brought him back home.
Good.
And he is a Medal of Honor recipient.
Very good. Well, home is where he needs to be.
Yes.
Anybody have anybody local they want to mention? John?
Dick Lord, a long-time member of our post that just went to one of those assisted living facilities near daughter in Georgia, and he was there one day and passed away. And had been a Legion member for almost 60 years, I believe, and was very active in New York, and then very active in our posts. We want to remember one of those World War tours.
Yeah. Okay. Larry, did the casualties go up on the Boston bombings? I didn't hear the news this morning.
The
Not killed.
I heard was three.
Still.
dead.
Yeah, let me. I've got their names. You probably have heard these before, but you know, I think we need to mention them since they're victims of terror. First girl was Crystal Campbell, 29, a restaurant manager. Then was a Chinese girl named Lu Lingzi. She was a graduate student at Boston University. She had one more class to go, and she would have graduated and probably gone from the city. And then the young boy, Martin Richard, 8, third grader, all killed in that bombing in Boston Monday. appreciate it. Lloyd, you're the new guy in the block, man.
Yes, sir, I am.
That's right. I just, kind of Lloyd Cooper just kind of joined us a month ago, maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he's still around. They usually don't stay that long. But anyway, he's volunteering with us, doing a few things, just working in the office right now. But we're going to get some harder work for him pretty soon. You're going to have to supervise Don Williams here.
So,
But, I don't know. I know a little bit about you, Lloyd, but I don't know a lot about you. But I know you're a Vietnam vet. So just, kind of tell the folks out there who you are and what you're about, and when you served, and what branch. I know what branch you're in, but they don't know.
I was born in Dayton, Ohio, grew up there. I had a pretty remarkable life up until high school. I had aspirations to go to college, be an engineer, and was aware that Vietnam was going on, so I thought, well, I'm just going to join before I get drafted. So I was stationed a few places, and then they finally sent me to Aberdeen Proving Grounds up in Maryland, where they made me a aircraft armament systems repairman. And as soon as I got that, I knew where I was headed.
When were you in
I did 2 tours over there, and my first tour was with the 57th Assault Helicopter Company in Khartoum, and my second tour was with the 180th Assault Support Helicopter Company, and that was in Tuiwa. About 60 miles north of Cameron Bay.
What
years? I was there 66, or excuse me, 67 through 69.
Very good. Well, you weren't hit, no wounds, no hits, no runs, no errors?
Unfortunately, yeah, I was shot down a couple times. Last time we got hit, and I lost my door gunner that was behind me, and I took a lot of shrapnel.
Okay.
But thank God I survived. And still here to tell the story.
Now the question is, can you say that 6 months from now about working with us?
No.
Probably not.
No. I think that remains to be seen.
Well, welcome home.
You have insurance?
Thank you.
You have insurance? And
So,
where the Fisher is, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
And we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Lloyd's been a big help. I just want you occasionally you'll get as we get new people in working with us. I like folks to kind of come in and just tell them who they are and what they're about. And
Well, I have
I
to say this.
appreciate your service, my friend.
Thank you. The work that you guys are doing is great. We need more people helping our veterans here all across the country and here in Marion County. And I'm just doing my bit that I can do.
Yeah. Well, we were Bob and I, Robin and I were at a group yesterday. And we're not. It's not complicated what we do. We do what our name implies. We do. We're veterans helping veterans. That's what it is. I mean, you have to go into all these long explanations, although I could probably get a little long-winded yesterday, but they probably didn't understand.
You long-winded?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah. It's a surprise, isn't it? But I don't think they quite. People, civilians don't quite grasp it about the camaraderie and the feelings that veterans sort of have for each other. Most of us do anyway. So it's important that we exist. It's important that other veterans groups help out other veterans. So we try to do the best we can.
I just wanted to make a special mention to a young lady.
None of that now, Lloyd. I told you there are certain things we can't talk about.
Yeah, well, this is different. I was at a convenience store one day, and I came out. She saw my hat that I was wearing, Vietnam vet, and she stopped me and she got out of her vehicle. She walked up to me and gave me a key fob that said "Welcome home," and I was very touched with that. And of course, I asked her if I could give her a hug. So, young lady, if you happen to be out there listening, I want you to know that it meant a lot. And thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot sometimes, does it?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes a simple thank you goes an awful long way. So, anyway.
Long overdue.
Yeah. Well, you got it. So, but even back then, when you came home, there were a lot of folks who appreciated what sometimes the radicals got the headlines.
It's a few.
But the rank and file of Americans appreciated Vietnam vets back when Vietnam was going on, despite what the news media might try to portray.
And Hanoi Jane.
And, yeah, well.
Yeah.
We won't. Never.
let John do the John. He's been practicing. He went to that
practice.
school. You've been going.
We went to that school together, right?
Yeah. He's taking the advanced course. And John, I tell you, Robert's
still, we're still, Roberts just can't wait for us to get on and do our thing. They've been doing, that's Robert's funeral homes and cemeteries, been doing business with integrity in our time in need for over 120 years plus, I guess. And we can firmly say that, if you're looking for some pre-planning, go out and see them. They get all kinds of goodies for us and some good information, and we need to do that pre-planning. We always say that, but we really need to get our veterans out there and do that. And, they're always there. Yeah, but that was a special deal. Exactly. And we won't go there because they're more dignified than that.
It's trying to find a place to accept me. I mean, right now, none of the national cemeteries are saying,
and you can't get the mayor to do that waiver for the backyard.
That's right. Around the oak tree, right? Yeah.
No, you can't do that. But they're there in their time in need. They also available. They come out and they'll speak at groups and bring all their packages and let you know what's going on. And they're great in our community too. We just we're able to have,
You just gave me a thought. Maybe that's how I can go. They can kind of bring it out as a demo package.
A demo package.
Yeah. This is Hank, and this is how he preferred to go.
Sprinkle a few,
or a little
drop a few on the log, right? They'll never notice.
Right. Little carpets take care of all that. Carpet sweepers take care of all that stuff. And who else? That
leads right in because they probably got those Lincoln limousines still, right?
That's probably my only ride.
Yeah, that's be your only ride because he's just not going to cough up that new Lincoln for Vivian. It's not in the picture, Viv. But for Lincoln of Ocala, they've been doing business for a good long time. They got some of those great cars, brand new vehicles, and trucks, cars, and they got some of the top-rated vehicles, and we remind everybody they didn't have to
take a bailout. They did it on their own. So we're not supporting them with tax money. They're doing it on their own. So, and they have some great cars, and go out there and see Steve and the rest of the crew out there. And not only will you be happy with the deal you got, but you'll have some great service afterwards. And I see Curly saying, yeah, he takes his truck out there and they keep it running.
Mm-hmm.
They keep it looking like new, and that's not going to sell them a new one, right? But Curly's about due for a new vehicle, I think, too.
Well, the nice thing about Fords is they last.
They last.
They last. So mine is not a new one either, but they last. So that's why
and we can, Stevie's here. He can testify that it's built tough.
Yeah, he ought to get a job in, what the torture center up there, and where were they?
Yeah,
where were they testing?
where they test it.
Yeah, Steve has to pass the Stevie test.
The Steve test.
Yeah.
And he didn't even roll yours over or nothing like that. I mean, just a few jumping here and there. That's
not that he didn't try. He has been trying.
But they're great sponsors.
We got them covered. We got them covered.
And their new buildings coming along good in Bellevue.
Is it?
Keep riding by there, and every day there's something new going on there. Good. So they'll be moving to that new showroom.
Hank's waiting on a balloon.
Yeah. He's waiting on a balloon. I saw a Navy blimp yesterday riding around.
Did you really? Was it one town? I didn't see it. Yeah.
It was over on 200. Riding around. I don't know where it was coming from, or was it over Denellen, or where?
Don't know.
But
well, good. We got that covered. Want to remind you that that VFW 4209 still doing that thing on Friday nights, doing that fish fry and all the other goodies that they do. They special dishes on occasion, so you can go out there and have a good meal, and they plow that money back into the community by way of groups and individuals that need assistance. But that's how one of the ways that they make a few dollars, and go out there and support them. They put and the fruit, as Dennis talked to you a couple of times. The food is very good, so give it a shot. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. You guys, let's take the commercial thing break, and it's really not a commercial.
Let them sell something.
No, Larry, it's not really selling, because these are things that people need, right, Larry?
I would say so.
I absolutely need it. And Larry needs it more than the rest.
Larry needs the money coming in.
Larry needs his job.
And are they painting today? Is that what you told me?
Yeah.
New studio.
Yeah.
they painting their new studios or just some
I think they're
studio?
painting the whole mall.
All right, we'll be right
Take a
back.
break.
Life's journey has many ups and downs, but you can take comfort in the knowledge that Robert's Funeral Home is here to serve you and your family with loving care and dignity. The Roberts family has been providing their caring services since 1898 and offer traditional, custom, cremation, and veteran services. Pre-made arrangements are also available. Robert's Funeral Homes. Great funeral homes serve great people.
We may not have the kind of winters they have up north, but Florida weather can be still pretty rough on your ride. And Ford Lincoln of Ocala wants to save you money and time during their Restore Your Ride service event. Right now, you can drive into Ford Lincoln of Ocala, receive a free brake inspection, and if it's determined you need brake work, you can receive up to a $50 rebate on any motorcraft brake service when you use your Ford service credit card. And if it's tires you need, Ford Lincoln of Ocala's completely satisfied service center can hook you up with up to $120 in rebates on any of the top brands, backed by their low price tire guarantee. So stop chasing all over town for this service and that service. Get it all done right, the right way, at the right place at Ford Lincoln of Ocala during their Restore Your Ride event. There's also great savings on motorcraft batteries, wiper blades. You know, my dad used to say, don't wait till it's too late. Get it done now. Visit Ford Lincoln of Ocala's completely satisfied service center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, and Saturdays till 5.
Why are so many Florida residents racing to the Walt Disney World theme parks to rediscover their all-time favorite classic attractions and explore what's new? They got a great deal on the 3-day Discover Disney ticket for just $119 plus tax. And why should you be racing to WOCA.com right now? Because you could win your tickets from the source. So get going. Visit WOCA.com for full details on how to win your 3-day Discover Disney tickets.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
When it comes to medication or any toxic household, keep all potentially dangerous household items stored and locked in a high closet the kids can't reach. When it comes to people getting divorced, the fastest growing group right now is couples in their 50s and 60s. It even has a name, gray divorce. How do you tell if you're suffering from chronic stress and you might need some help. The top warning signs are fatigue and weight gain in your abdomen.
Intelligence for your life. Don't miss this stuff.
If there's one diamond event all year long you don't want to miss, it's Goss and Son Jewelers $1 million diamond and restyle event and sale for 3 days only. Thursday, April 25th, Friday, April 26th, and Saturday, April 27th from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. each day. The Diamond and Restyle event and sale at Goss and Son Jewelers will feature a special selection of diamonds in all shapes and sizes. Princess, round, marquise, and radiant cuts. Plus 12 months interest-free. Ask for details. Save on Corey and Scott Sterling. Goss and Son Jewelers has been Ocala's jewelry headquarters for 64 years. If you love diamonds, do not miss this event. Goss and Son Jewelers Diamond and Restyle event and sale. Thursday, April 25th, Friday, April 26th, and Saturday, April 27th from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And of course, it's only happening at one place.
Goss and Son Jewelers, downtown on the Ocala Square.
How good does it get?
Golf has long been considered to be sports' most prestigious game, and WOCA has your connection to everything in the golf world. Every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m., tune in for Let's Talk Golf with your host, PGA professional and teacher to the stars, Jim Beckett, and operations manager for the Links of Spruce Creek South, Darren Irwin, right here on The Source. Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
And my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, inviting you to drop by our main office on Silver Springs Boulevard every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. for the Community Gazette, a 3-hour show focusing on our favorite community to live and work, Ocala, Marion County. Come join us with the voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, in the new old-fashioned Confession Bank radio studio as we discuss a variety of interesting topics on the Community Gazette on WOCA, The Source.
All right, 9:31. Let's go back to Hank Whittier and Veterans News. Hank?
Maybe I'm not back, Larry.
Okay.
Sit here and talk to the guys all day.
That's a figment of imagination.
He was just telling us how happy he was over his tax situation.
Yeah, I got hammered this year. We got hammered. Oh, no. Big time. This I have to write one of those.
It's great government.
What you already pay.
Yeah. It's a great government guidance.
I probably feel bad, except I know the government spends it so wisely. So why should I feel bad?
Why should
But sir, this is the golden years.
Yeah. If that's IRS, they
got it wasn't any good.
You're on the air with Hank. Good morning.
Good morning, Hank. This is Dennis.
Hey, Dennis. How you doing, bud? The clock is still working.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I told you had a lifetime guarantee.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Whose lifetime are we talking about?
my life.
What's up, Dennis?
You know, when I was in there the other day, and I kind of didn't mean to sound insulting or anything, but I just hope that Curly took what I said the right way.
I don't know what you said. So.
Well, I was just kidding
He's
him
got
about
that
that. I
man face
recognized him, you know, and that I recognized him in the magazine that I had heard of him and everything. But I figured that he's got to be pretty tough to spend an hour in that room and got to have a good sense of humor to survive an hour in that room once a week. So I figured he was pretty tough.
Well, actually, we were on a better behavior when you were here, Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't think you could take the real harassment.
Okay.
Dennis, he's
I
a
only
Marine.
got level 1.
Dennis, he's a
But
Marine.
it's coming, Dennis.
I
Okay.
know. He's tough. Hey, the fellow from Dayton, Ohio, I also was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, is that right?
Right across the street from the soldiers' home. I grew up listening to the music of a trumpet or whatever playing taps, and I kept hearing that from, and it was a huge field. Sometimes it was pretty far away where they were burying us. And I don't know if that had something to do with my roots for being very patriotic, but I knew that they was putting a soldier in the ground, and the significance of that from the time that I was 5 to 10 years old, when I lived right across the street from a soldier's home in Dayton, and I don't know if that, but I hear that song on your show or in other places, and I remember that from my childhood.
That's funny you mentioned that, because actually I lived probably 8 blocks from Brown to down there, over on Carlisle Avenue, if you know where that is.
I left there when I was 10 years old, so as far as streets, I knew I lived on West 3rd Street, but you know, I don't want to take up time on the show for all that, but I'll meet with you one day and we'll discuss Dayton, Ohio, but that's where I think my roots from my patriotism came from.
You know, those seeds are planted early.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the good news. It doesn't say much for Dayton that the two of you are from.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, you know what they said about
uphill since we left.
Dennis, you know what they said about Buckeyes, right?
Pardon?
You know what they say about Buckeyes?
No.
We're all useless nuts.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I'll get off there and enjoy your show. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. He's something he said he saw you in the magazine and you look better in person. I think that was the message. Although I disagree with him, but is that us? God, why do I always hear phones ringing in?
Because there's more phones out there.
Yeah, but it always sounds like it's in here.
There's actually no bell in here.
He heard it.
It's out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, Dawn is
he hears it, you know it well.
Really, that's right.
We only have lights in here.
These guys have some announcements they want to make.
Just our usual array.
Before you do, you know, again, and I know you heard this one too about the bossy bombings. I walked those streets many days, those same damn streets up there. That's a big event in Boston. Everybody goes down there and watches the runners. But I was totally impressed. I was watching that thing and just watch how many people ran towards the damn bombs. All those first responders are trying to know that there's likely to be a second one. But even civilians, everybody just ran. Not everybody, but an awful lot of people just said, "Hey, I'm concerned about those people hurt." So out of that tragedy, you gotta, there's a lot of pride and a lot of sense of patriotism and togetherness, and I was just totally amazed at watching those people. Of course, our phones were ringing off the hook all afternoon because of relatives and all that stuff. But hopefully, it has already been some good coming out of it. And again, I'm just proud of those people up there. I didn't mean to interrupt you, John, but before I forgot about saying that.
Oh, we gotta say that because it's the truth. People really come together. They were really lucky that all those first responders were there.
Yeah.
And they have
well, at the end of those, I don't know if anybody
great hospitals
run a marathon, but when you run a marathon, a lot of those people come in, particularly the regular runners. They come in at that marathon, they're not in good shape. I mean, they're hurt, and the blisters. Some of them are just totally exhausted, so they always have big medical presence there. I never made the marathon.
We saw you running. No. What was that thing we ran in?
I ran in
we said we ran.
Yeah. It was the 1K race. Yeah.
The 1K.
Yeah. I had good intentions, but I got I probably got 1/10 of the way down the course.
Yeah. And he needed attention.
It's a gasping career. That's like the last time I ran. This is a true story. I told you I was over here at Jury again. I was running one night, and the guy's coming the other way, and he grabs my arm and he says, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm going, get your hands off me. I'm okay. And he says, "Why did you? What's wrong?" He says, "Because I can hear you breathing on the other side of the park."
Anyway, we still have a few things going on in our community, a few more dinners and lunches and all those things. So over at the VFW 4493, we have meals on Wednesday, which is spaghetti night, and Friday is Fish Fry night, and we start serving at 4:30, and we finish up when everybody's got their meal and we get cleaned up. So if you're looking for a good meal at a good price and some good camaraderie, stop by if you're in the neighborhood. And it's over Candler, just past the school a little bit, going towards Oklahoma. We remind you that American Legion Post 284 Bellevue has bingo, makes possible a lot of good things that we do in the community. And they have bingo Wednesdays and Saturdays, and the games start at 5:15, and you get out of there about 10 o'clock. So that's how we get our money, and we remind everybody that we also have a big event coming up. It's co-sponsored by the Marion County Veterans Council, and hosted here at the American Legion Post in Bellevue, and that's our 14th annual this year. Law officers and firefighters banquet, and it's an awards banquet where we can thank.
What's the date again?
It's this Friday, the 19th, and we'll be honoring 6 people that their supervisors took the time to hand in their names. So, and we usually hear some great stories that go with those awards. So we'll be seeing those people, and we'll be selling some tickets at the door. So if you'd like to come by, that's we're at 55th Avenue and 109th Street in Bellevue, and we're trying to get everybody in place by 5:30, and it's only $5 to come and honor those first responders. And we also have over at 4493, that's the VFW at Candler again. They have their VFW and Ladies Auxiliary District 22 because we care barbecue cook-off, and that's this Saturday at, which is the 20th, and they have food prizes 50-50. Some vendors are going to be there. Music is by Uncle Polly, and it starts around noon time, I believe, and that's another good event. So if you're in the neighborhood, we want to remind everybody that our Marion County Veterans Council meeting is at 10:30, right after the show almost, and it's over at the main library, and It's 10:30 at the main library. And I know James has got some items.
You don't have it?
Well, I'm just going to make sure that he remembered to remind everybody about the Veterans Council meeting. We started at 10:30 sharp, as said, it's in room C, and we would appreciate everybody coming. We had two special guests. One of them is one of the lawyers that was here a couple of weeks ago, expressed the fact that we need an additional help with all our veterans claims, and this is almost a final gap, you know, in case one of the cases fall through the crack and the veteran is about to give up. This is the final step, because these guys really know what they're doing, and they can make sure that you get some help. So with this in mind, we're asking that you know, come out and get the final information that's going to be required, so that we can make sure that if in case you are one of those veterans who've given up, these lawyers, so this lawyer will come and give you some information that is going to be required, so that you can get further help along that line. So come and get the information that's going to be required, and we ask that you make sure to take it back to your host or your chapter to make sure that you can help your veteran. Other than that, we'll just be expecting to see you there at 10:30 sharp at the Veterans Council meeting. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, those same two attorneys will be on again in May. We're going to try to get them on a regular basis, because those folks that you know, apply for benefits through the VA are frequently turned down for really not the right reasons. So try to get Rick and David to come in regularly and talk just about what your rights are and what your appeal rights are, and how to do that. You know, if you want to use them, that's fine. If you want to use somebody else, that's fine too. But it's an informational thing. And then, speaking of that, next week we've got Green Path on again. It's going to talk about budgeting and financial counseling and a variety of other things. And Pebbles Vance, I think, is coming in. I think she's the one that's coming in. And they know what they're talking about. I've referred a lot of veterans over there who, you know, have enough money, but they just don't know how to budget it. They don't know how to manage their money. Steve. Whoops. I'm not sure.
And he just his money well. He just comes to you.
Yeah. It's He learned that from his older brother and sister. Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. The problem for poor Stevie is he's at the end of the pipeline, and there's not much left, actually. You know. You got it. But anyway, she'll be here next week to talk about a lot of that stuff, and she told me last time she was on, she got pretty good response from the veteran community about, listen, we all need a little help and guidance in terms of how we handle our money and maybe a better way to do things. And they talk about everything from your personal budget to mortgage issues and refinancing your house and a variety of other things. So, can't tell you how to save money with your ex-wife and that sort of thing, Lloyd, but, you know, maybe that's something we need to talk about.
Yeah. But remember, folks, the name of this program is Veterans Having Veterans, and that's what we're all about, and that's what we're trying to do with every program, with everything that we do, with every nickel, dime, whatever we're trying to do, we're trying to help the veterans. And that's the reason why we have all these programs. That's the reason we have every seminar, everything that we do is trying to help the veteran. And that's what we want you to realize and bring everybody together on one accord.
Yeah. You don't have to be a veteran, you know, if you gain something, but there's a lot of good information. A lot of our shows are just we're BSing around, you know, we're having a good time, and we enjoy each other's company most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. We have a board meeting tonight. We'll probably get a little tense like most of our board meetings do, but that's okay, you know. And the final analysis, it's about trying to help each other out, trying to make the community a better place to be and all of that. So, you know, listen to the show, tune in, you might pick up a tip or two, and we try to do that periodically, whether it's the attorneys or her or somebody else that wants to talk about something specific. Our friend Donnie Harrison is up in Boston, as a matter of fact. He's on Cape Cod this weekend, I think for a wedding or something. But you know, I want to thank again those people out of Golden Ocala. They've just been outstanding and good people, and really are positive about helping veterans out and all that goes with it. So we got an audience out here. Yeah. Don't hear. You said you told me not to feed the animals, so I can't feed you. So you doing all right? Good. Yeah, but you know, it's a good opportunity, and Golden Ocala has really stepped up to the plate in terms of veterans and helping us out. shaping up to one, and it's in the fall. It sounds like a long way off, but in reality, it's not. Let me give another little plug to our friends down there at Summer Glen. They came through like they always come through for us, and that veterans group, there's about 90 of them, I guess, that belong to that club down there. But they really got their act together. They know how to raise money. They know how to account for the money, and they know how to spend the money in a proper way. They make sure that it goes to groups that really deserve it. You laughing about the groups that really deserve it, Robert?
Your son may have a new toy you bought.
I know.
And he's playing with it, making the head split and turn upside down.
It doesn't take much to entertain him, does it? You know. So usually it's a crayon, but now that he's up to that, it's not often we get a laugh. No, it's always that we get a laugh. That's one of the problems.
Not always a Curly's expense.
Yeah. Now, I think we need to talk about two favorite groups.
Our two favorite groups. They're still sending that money into the radio
station. They're making Larry a rich man. Joe had a few bucks, but he's spending it all on the paint today. So.
Yeah. That's what he's saying, right? Is that where Joe is out painting?
Painting. He's painting.
He's really painting his own place?
The new studio.
The new studio? Putting his name on the wall?
Probably the second coat by now.
Or he's on his second coffee or second beer or whatever that is.
Whatever it takes.
Well, we want to remind everybody that this great program is still brought to you by Robert's Funeral Home and Cemetery. It's been doing business with integrity for over 120 years. They have a lot of good programs out there, and stop by, see them, and talk about pre-planning. We keep telling those people and keep reminding everybody that at least know where your DD 214 is. Have a copy of that, because you need that for almost anything that you do in the VA or with veterans or whatever. So just make sure you know where it is, and we thank them again. They provided the water and the programs for our latest quarterly memorial, where they World War tours, and we thank those World War tours for reading those names at the park last Saturday. We also remind you, if you're in the market for a great newer pre-owned vehicle, stop by Ford Lincoln of Ocala and see that great new lineup of vehicles they have and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, and not only you'll be welcome and surprised so with the deal you'll get, but you'll have that great service, and we have Curly here to attest for that great service. They keep his vehicle in tip-top shape.
A friend of ours, Terry, you all know Terry, bought a new truck, came in and showed it to me last week. Ford, obviously, 150. He's a happy camper. He got a good deal.
Got a good deal.
He told Steve that he knew us, was a friend of ours, so out of sympathy, Steve helped him out a little bit.
Yeah, anybody that knew us, right, he's got to feel sorry for him.
Well, he did. Listen, whatever works, if they'll take a few bucks off the top, if that's what works, use it. But
whatever it takes, right?
It's okay with me. Robert, you want to talk? You guys want to talk about the court briefly about what's happening?
The biggest thing I want to remind everybody is that we do have a Veterans Treatment Court here in Marion County. We are looking for mentors. We do need both male, female, black, white, it doesn't matter. We need good mentors. And we'd love to have you come on board with us.
And I understand you broke up a big fight up there the other day, or some sort of disturbance or something?
Well,
was it John again?
John didn't get involved in that one. I didn't see him there anyway.
I was on another floor.
Yeah. But actually, I just assisted the bailiff up there. Once you're a cop, you're always a cop. It doesn't matter. But other than that, that's basically it. And
what are we pointing at?
Oh,
on that.
On the fire
in
department.
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure next week we'll have an extended list, more than likely, what I'm hearing right now. So hopefully not true, but that's what I'm hearing.
I hope no more than we already got on there.
Yeah, you probably heard Brian on talk. He sent me a copy of the letter they send out to other fire departments when they lose, and the police department, the sheriff's department does the same thing. It just, again, it makes you feel proud to be part of the community here, that they do things like that they say, hey, you're not alone. And I'm sure they did the same thing up to Boston people are suffering and a loss like that, it's good to know that other people are sharing your grief. So I'm real proud of the sheriff's department for doing that, and I think the police department does it, but I'm not sure. But I know the fire department does it. So it's a positive thing to do, and again, I think it tells people in the rest of the country what Ocala is all about, and Marion County is all about too. That we have those kind of people that think of others. So that's something to feel kind of proud about, I think. Steve, what in God's name are you doing over there?
He's having fun.
Are you just enjoying yourself today?
Remember back in your time, you had what? Etch a sketch or something?
I still have etch a sketch. I still have that. Yeah.
But he has this new, what do you call that?
iPad.
A new iPad.
It's an iPad.
This thing he's found out this thing can do just about anything, and he's making it do just about anything.
Did you? I know the park ceremony was this past weekend, and that all went well with the World War II vets.
Yeah, the World War II vets.
Yes.
Read about 120 names or something
about that. And the names were read by World War II veterans themselves, including one lady veteran. I can't think of a name now, but anyway, she...
Nan Andrews.
Yes, that's her name. And
oh, is that right?
Yep. Nan, you probably know Nan.
And
yeah.
The Military Officers Association, that's where I met Nan doing...
Oh, is that right?
Doing operation stuff for the bus.
Yeah.
And we had one military or Purple Heart recipient who was not able to make it because of illness or whatever. Anyway, his was read by a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force who volunteered to take his place. Other than that, it went over smoothly and it was well read, and we just thank all the veterans from World War II who were able to come and do their part. And like I said, it was outstanding performance done by all.
There was a letter to the editor about the attendance down there, and I know that it's sometimes it gets your attention that you don't always see a lot of people. However, it's nice if it happens, but that's not why we do it. It's not why it happens. So we do it to commemorate and remember those who served. And if there's 1,000, that's great. And if there's one, that's all right. You know, I know you guys will continue to do it. And let me tell you, Julius, let me pat him on the back. He's been standing tall for a lot of years. And our friend Lamar, I don't know if anybody sees Lamar anymore.
Yeah, we see him. He wasn't there that day, but he's been there at several of our ceremonies. He's usually in attendance. He started a lot of good stuff.
He's just chaplain, Army chaplain, served during Vietnam. He has some funny stories about that. But Lamar is another one of those folks in this community that, you know, a lot of people, I wish you could meet them because they're heroes amongst us. You pass them every day, and you don't realize who and what they are and what they did. I mean, I get surrounded here every Thursday by them for the most part, and but in the course of doing what we do, we meet them, and you're humbled by it. So again, in that respect, Marion County is more than fortunate, and Lamar Hunt is one of those guys that he's not alone, certainly, but he's one of those folks that stand out in my mind as someone who served his country, did his duty, did it well, and then continued to do it even after he came home and moved from wherever he was from originally back here to Marion County. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing we have people like that, heroes like that, living amongst us. So.
I think Lamar was a resident of Florida.
Was he originally from Florida? I don't think he was from. Didn't think he was from here. I don't know where he's from originally, but you know, most of us are from someplace else. You guys, I think Curly's homegrown.
Right here, 11 miles.
Right here, Don is from Orlando, and John's from New York, and he's from Dayton, and Fort McCoy over here.
Fort McCoy.
I guess Robbie was born here too, and of course I'm from Boston, so you know. But Fort McCoy is sort of my favorite place. Now that I've met my family up there, so. And I know Larry's originally from Long Island, aren't you, Larry? Yeah, Long Island. So we're all from someplace else, but Ocala's home now. It's a pretty good place to be.
Oh yeah.
It is you know, almost every day you're just amazed by stories that are in the paper about how our community, what our community consists of, and the amount of caring people. And so
yeah, I met with
it's a great community.
Yesterday with the realtors, I guess is who they were. And we're out there, you know, pitching what we do, but they were, matter of fact, Suzanne McGuire was there, and amongst other people. But you know, again, this is another group that's probably under the radar screen. People who sell and deal in real estate, decide where they're spending money, where they need to spend some money in their charity and things. They're going to do a big yard sale, I guess, in September. But, again, no one knows about that. They don't go around banging their drum and talking about, but that money goes to help various causes, whether it's us or another group, or I think Humane Society, or wherever they decide where they're going to spend their money. There's 100 groups. There's probably 1,000 groups in this community doing that, and then no one knows. Very few people know about it other than the members. So when you see them doing that, it's important that you stop by and spend that $5 or $10. Hey, you're helping that group help somebody else. And again, I deal with them. I know them, and they're just, it takes your breath away. You feel humbled by it sometimes when you get to meet those sort of folks. Stevie, I've left you out. We've been talking about you. We got about 3 minutes left. Would you like to give us your life history? Give us your life history. Go on, Steve. Tell us what you're doing.
Good enough.
What you're doing. It's time for you to go back to the Brain Institute, by the way. I don't know. No, go ahead. Take the mic.
Brain is ready.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to talk. You're over here making fun of all of us with your iPad. Yeah, making us cartoonish like. And, actually, we look like a horror show the way you have us portrayed over there. You still going to school? Give the folks an update, because they know you. No one likes you out there, but they know you. They want to know where you're in school, and really seriously, Steve. I mean, you've come I hate to say this, you've come a long way. You really have. I mean, we've known you for what, 4 years? Probably caught up to you right after the accident. You weren't home from Iraq that long, maybe a year or something like that. Not very long.
This is shortly. Once I got back here in Florida, it was, I want to say, November of 2007. And I was, my bike wreck was in July of 2008. I was training to go back to Iraq.
Yeah.
I want to say I've been here since 2009, I think it was.
Yeah. And then you were hurt in Iraq with that couple of those rollovers. I know you were hurt over there, and then you got hurt back here. The good thing,
explosions.
Yeah, the good thing about the brain injuries is you don't remember me pulling the plug, do you? That's probably a good thing.
It's probably.
Yeah, well, because having dad pull the plug on you is probably not the memory you want to have. school's going well.
It's going very well. Whenever I go Monday, I should take one of my final exams, my math class.
Yeah. Very good. And so the goal is still to become an occupational therapist.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So here's a young man that got hurt, could relate, got hurt in Iraq, came back here, got hurt again, and now basically wants to spend the rest of his life helping other people. So that's, what better thing can you do than helping other people? See?
Anything better to do?
Yeah. You and some other veterans, most veterans in this county, so always inspire me. I told you about the blind vet who's retraining himself to to use the computer and all that. And he could sit home collecting a check and do okay, but he said, I don't want to do that. I want to be productive, and I want to give back, and I want to do all the other things. And you could sit back and say, hey, I want disability and collect more disability.
Yeah.
But you're going back to school, and your goal is to help somebody else, and we appreciate that, buddy. And probably all of us will be, your clients.
One of these days.
This is your client base. You're already established. Yeah, let's figure that. You give us a cut on the little discount, maybe.
Maybe all of them, but not you. You got to pay double.
Well, that's because I'm a tougher case.
Yeah. A lot tougher.
Yeah.
Just don't want him jumping on my back like he used to jump on the truck.
That was part of his therapy. But Don Rob, veterans do help other veterans. That's what it's about. Hey, listen, we got to go. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your time, your energy. Thank you for your service, and God bless America, everybody.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
ABC News Now. I'm Karen Chase. A high school football field turned into an impromptu triage area after a powerful explosion at a West Texas fertilizer plant with earthquake force that turned a small Texas town into a war zone. The force of the blast leveled homes for blocks. At least 5 people are known dead and over 180 injured. Still no arrests in the Boston Marathon bombings, but investigators may be closing in on the killer. They're looking for at least one man seen in surveillance video leaving a bag at a bomb site. President Obama is heading to Boston this morning to comfort terror-torn families of victims at a memorial. The interfaith service is called Healing Our City. A Mississippi man who works part-time as an Elvis impersonator is under arrest in Mississippi, accused of sending poisonous letters to President Obama and a senator. He's known to authorities as a frequent angry letter writer. Should you friend your boss on Facebook? A new survey suggests it's a bad idea. Nearly one